Yo, what's the word, my people? How you guys doing? Welcome back to the episode of Fourth Quarter Sports. It's your guy Yves here, and I'm here with my host Aaron. How you feeling today, Aaron?
Brother, yourself?
I'm feeling great, man. I would be feeling better if I had a game to watch tonight, but unfortunately, my boys got swept, man. My boys got
Yeah.
killed. Man, I
Mm,
feel sad
mm,
about it.
mm. That's it. It's because y'all got peanut brittle as your big man.
Hey, hold up.
You
He's
know
still the best. He's still the best player in the league when he's healthy. Still the best big in the
who?
league when he's healthy. What we talking about? You said who? Is he not the
He
best?
probably the third best.
Man, he came
He
back
probably
with
the
half of
third
something.
best big.
Who the
Third
first?
best big when
Who
healthy.
the?
Jokic, and I'm definitely got to put Victor at second now.
Okay, I'm not gonna argue it because he ain't been healthy, but I'm just saying when he healthy, we haven't seen nobody come in with half his stomach, half a kneecap, half his face work, dropping 30 points off the bench like it's nothing. Right out the hospital to a 30 ball in the playoffs. You gotta respect
Nah,
that,
I
man.
feel you. I feel you. The one thing though that I thought is Maxi, VJ, and him got to learn to play together. You got to know whose team it is. I don't know if Joel realizes now. I think at the stage now where he's at, he has to realize he's second. It's
Okay.
Maxi's team, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But I don't think Maxi has taken that leap, or they're both stepping on each other's toes.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
That's my thing. You know, that's my take on Philly. Even with PG there too. On paper, I feel very good team. You got a very good team, Oubre. You got a very good team. It's just with your two stars, I feel it's like whose team is it? Who we playing out of? We playing
Yeah.
off of Tyrese, or we playing off of Embiid.
And it's not like it's
So
two guards. It's not like a Stephen Clay. You can have a backcourt.
yeah,
It's hard to have a big, that needs pick and roll touches, that needs to get the ball to the
hmm
elbow, that needs to operate. Of
hmm
course, Embiid can shoot, but that wants to operate in the paint. And then you have a guard like Maxi who plays above the rim, who of course he can
yep,
shoot, but Maxi's best going downhill. Maxi's best get the ball and let's run. And at this point in Embiid's career, he just can't do that. He's not built for that. He didn't come from Kansas as a let's go downhill type of guy. 10 years
yep,
older, more injuries. He's really slowed down now, and it's detrimental. As you can see, we
it
are a
is.
better team when Maxi and BJ are running and gunning. That's our best way to win. So
Yeah, and I think it's
unfortunately,
tough. Go ahead, man.
yeah,
Go ahead.
I say unfortunately, I think it's coming to the end though. I don't see Embiid being with
hmm
us going into next year. So we'll see,
Yeah,
man.
I mean, it's tough because, like you said, you got the two young ones. You got Oubre who likes to run, PG, but it's more like that north south. They want to get out, and Embiid, obviously, where he's at, he just can't. He just can't. So I think that's another thing is the system that Nick Nurse has. It's like you got, a big who really can't run up and down, but you got the young guys. You just want to let them loose.
Yeah,
So they're gonna have to figure out something. They're gonna have to figure out something because on paper it's a good looking team. Very good
of course.
looking squad. It's just and you know how it is in the playoffs. It's matchups too. It's all about matchups. So going against the Knicks, that was tough. That's a tough matchup.
See, I like that matchup. I think
Oh, did you?
Brunson is small enough that Max could
Mm-hmm.
take advantage of that. We had
Mm-hmm.
wings to defend Brunson. Well, I thought we did. Yeah, obviously we didn't. And like I've been saying all year, man, Cat is soft. If Cat wants to live on the perimeter, we can deal with that. We can deal with somebody that's not going to attack Drummond. He's not going to attack Bona. He's not going to, take advantage of weak center play. But to
Mm-hmm.
my surprise, and give him his credit, he's an amazing passer. I'm not sure how many times I saw him get the ball at the wing, a little bit above the 3 point arc. People are cutting, people are diving to the basket, people are rolling off of your five, off of your four. And when I saw, okay, Cat, you got it, man. You don't got to play down low. Not he's not Jokic, obviously, but playing that Jokic type of role that I'm a point center, I'm gonna get everybody moving. If he can keep that going, hey, they got a real
Yeah.
chance, man.
And the big difference too in that series is with New York, everybody plays their role. That's the big thing too between Philly and New York. it was everybody plays the role. Josh Hart does exactly what he's supposed to do. Bridges,
Yeah,
even Cat, Brunson, everybody plays their role. And I think that's what you see the difference of in that series. What happened was
yeah,
everybody, no one plays outside their role in New York. They know exactly what they're supposed to do. So I think that's what I was saying with between Embiid and Maxey, not knowing they don't you guys really didn't have a system, if you want to say, like,
yeah.
okay, this is what we're going to do in the fourth quarter. This is what we're going to do. They're really,
I think it's hard to get that when Maxi, PG, and Embiid didn't play but so many games together this year. I
yep,
think they played around
yep,
20 games together, including the playoffs this year. I think
hmm
it was like 20, 27, the number I saw. When you have that, you can't really get an identity for the team. We were a
nope,
different team every part of the season. Opening night, we
correct,
were one team. Then Maxi got hurt. We were one team. Then PG got suspended. We were one team. All
yep,
throughout that timeline, Embiid is in and out, in and out, in and out. It was never any consistency. It was no way to build okay, fourth quarter Maxi, you go downhill. Second quarter, Embiid, you
correct,
post up. A third
yep,
quarter, out the break, hey, PG, you do your thing. It was never a
yep,
foundation set with the team. So it was a lot of hero ball. It was a lot of bad offense.
is that,
Actually, it was
yeah,
bad
you're
offense.
right. It was real
Yeah,
stagnant, not knowing it. Everybody was a little afraid of, okay, should I stand over here? Should I watch? Should I cut? No one really, besides Oubre, he's just going to play the same as, because he's
yeah,
a role player. But everybody else, you're right. And that was the huge thing. And I don't think a lot of people really understand that is, when you got these guys at this high level, these superstars, these all stars, it takes time to gel. And when
yeah.
one guy's out, especially like you said, you got a big and a guard, a PG, that's your two best players. They gotta be able to play together, and that time on the court that hurts. In the playoffs, you don't have time for that. You should already be established when you go into the playoffs. This is how we're gonna play. This is how our team plays. And Philly, unfortunately, didn't have the luxury this year of that with all the injuries and stuff.
Well, hey man, things happen. We got swept, but in good news, we beat Boston, so I can live
That's
with
what
that,
I'm
man.
saying. That's
I can
another
live with
story.
that.
That's another story because for me, it's like Boston, they're going to have to make a decision, I feel too. Because, Jalen and Tatum, it was good that year. Obviously, they won the championship. But now it's almost, to me, I think, and this is my God honest truth, I like Jalen Brown more than Tatum. And my reason is, first off, Jalen Brown, I feel, is a little bit more aggressive. He has a little bit more dog, but he also plays defense. And so for me, that's why Tatum now, especially coming off that injury, I think he's going to turn into strictly perimeter. He's going to turn into
See
strictly
that?
perimeter, what mid range or shooting threes. Um, but I feel like Boston's going to have to change their identity too, or else they're just going to be a regular team. They're going to go from being a champion. They're going to remind me of how Denver was a few years ago, or even Milwaukee.
Okay, okay.
After they won a championship, they just started to almost decline. So that's what I feel for Boston. I mean, I can't stand Boston, but they're gonna have to decide between them two players. Obviously, Jalen got that big ass contract.
Both of them do.
So yeah, both of them do. Correct. So you're gonna have to decide.
I think with Boston though, man, like everybody can't be Golden State. Steph,
Yep.
Clay, Draymond, KD, that was amazing. Some of the best basketball I ever saw in my life. But
Yep.
everybody can't do that. You can't have Peyton Pritchard, great year. So let me not. You can't have Derek White. You can't have Sam Hauser. You can't have Jordan Walsh putting up 5, 10 threes a game. Like you
Yeah.
cannot have that many players shooting threes when you have two athletic wings as your best player. Tatum is
Correct.
what 6'9", Jalen Brown 6,
Mm-hmm.
6'6", 6'7".
Mm-hmm.
These people need to be going downhill, and they want to shoot
Yep.
threes. If they want to live and die by the three with those two, that's one thing. But you cannot have your role players taking that many shots and that many bad 3-point shots as well.
No.
So
No.
it's
Yeah.
changed something in
Too many.
Boston.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah. They need a lot of help. I feel like they're just gonna be them teams that we're gonna just look back and be like, oh, what happened? We're
Yeah,
gonna
how they
just remind
ruined
me
it.
of Denver. Yeah, because Denver's that felt that way too. Um, so outside of Jokic and Jamal Murray, They got these other guys. And that's another thing, too. It's like teams are able now, say a guy like Derek White. Derek White had that breakout season, good Olympics. Now you're on a scouting report. Now teams you're the third best player. Now we got a scouting report. He's not able to go out there and do what he did 2 years ago. It's just not.
Exactly.
Either it's Pritchard. Pritchard had a couple games where he did his thing, where he showed, why he was, sixth man of the year last year. He's on a scouting report now. You ain't able to go out there and cook like you used to. So, like you said, that identity has to change. You can't be having these guys shooting, 8 threes a damn game. No. So
I think it also kind of killed them. Tatum was out most of the year. They played Jalen Brown ball. Jalen Brown led him to the 2 seed, looked amazing. Tatum started getting hurt towards, honestly, I'll be honest with you, Tatum was healthy. It's a different series with us, to be 100% transparent. But they had to change identities again in a split second. And that's not feasible. Like, you can see people do it. Minnesota's kind of doing it now, Ant being hurt and losing DiVincenzo, things of that nature. But it's not ideal to change the philosophy mid-playoffs, mid-round, mid-game. It's not the best idea.
Especially being out as long as he was and being the level, the superstar he is. They implement him, and then all of a sudden it's like my whole identity got to change. We're usually just going through Brown, and then all of a sudden he comes. So Brown honestly was in a bad spot too. He's like, shit, I want to keep cooking. I want to keep doing my thing. But now the coaching staff, Missoula got to fit this other all-star in as well. Yeah. So everybody else, that was tough. And I honestly don't think he should have even came back. Because then look what happened. Nigga had to, sit out that leg. So, yeah. On another note, what do you think about Minnesota and San Antonio series?
And I've been telling y'all. Best series for me. I've been telling y'all all year. I'm riding with Ant. I'm riding with Ant, man. I know he got the hyperextended knee. I know they're dealing with injuries. Man, I didn't think I'll be 30 years old seeing Mike Conley still getting playoff minutes. But
man,
them boys is playing. They won last night. It's crazy. Wemby's not suspended. That's actually insane to me. He tried to break Nas Reed's jaw, but
man, he looked at him and threw it like he was Ron Artest against Harden. But I was telling folk 2 things. First off, the NBA ain't trying to fuck up their money. They know if he gets suspended, they losing a whole bunch of viewers, tens of millions of viewers, and it's all off reputation. Ron Artest, guys who are more dirty or more have that reputation, Draymond Green, they're going to get that suspension. Yeah. A guy like Victor, he looked at Vince Carter on the bench and said, what does that mean? He was oblivious. He didn't know what was happening. He looked at him. Yeah, he didn't even know really what happened. So I think those 2 things, they weren't going to suspend him. They ain't trying to fuck up their money and, their ratings. But even with Victor, I'm with you. I think Ant-Man, the confidence this young man has is something I ain't seen since Cole. He is out there like, shit, I don't give a fuck that I'm hurt, that we're down in the series or whatever. I'm out here to do my thing, and everybody feeds off him.
Yeah, so he puts that into everybody. I do someone who believes it. Everybody that's on the court with Ant believes we have the best player in the world. He trusts me to shoot the ball. Like, look how he spelled Jaden McDaniels. Like, he's comparing McDaniels to KD. People laughed at him.
Yep.
McDaniels probably was like, oh yeah, you trust me like that? I got you.
Mm-hmm. I got you. And then his confidence in what people don't realize is, he was a sponge this summer. He followed KD like a little brother. And he picked his brain. He picked his brain. And to have a guy who I consider the greatest scorer of all time to just put that confidence into Ant, he came back this year like, shit, I'm untouchable. And he lets you know it too. And that's what I like too, is he'll let you know. And people take it as arrogance. I'm like, no, that's what, all of us growing up, that's how we was talking on the court, on the blacktop when we was outside.
That's talking
shit. That's confident. And like you said, and he earned it. It's not like he out there, no, this man earned it. And you said a name too, Mike Conley. Mm-hmm. I was watching Mike Conley even had a little bit. Mike Conley don't talk, probably one of the nicest guys that, in NBA history. Mike out there talking. He out there, because it feeding off Ant. So that series is going 7. I think that series is going 7.
I'm enjoying that series. The Spurs
Yep.
look great. The Wolves look
Hmm.
great. Wemby is showing that he's here. He's definitely
Yeah.
a top
Hmm.
five player in the league. And then
Yep.
I think a lot of people forget the Wolves been to the Western Conference Finals 2 years in a row. Like they're not
Yep.
a bum. They're not a bad team. They shouldn't be
Yep.
surprising to anybody. They haven't made the finals yet. They haven't made that next jump, that next leap. But they've been in contention to compete for a ring pretty much
Correct.
all of Ants prime. So I'm not sure people are shocked. I'm not sure everybody's writing them off.
Hmm.
Like you said, it's going 7.
See, I think people are writing them off because, Ant being out and all they've been there and everybody obviously talking about OKC.
Yeah,
OKC. And then Victor being Victor, I think everybody's putting him third, like, okay, which I think they like. I think Minnesota likes that. I
yeah,
think they like being the underdog, everybody, I think that's more Ant Man's personality, and they've taken on that persona as, okay, count us out. We ain't supposed to beat San Antonio.
exactly.
So, but I also like Castle though. I like Stephon Castle a lot. I think though that Minnesota has better role players though than uh the Spurs. You don't think so?
I don't know about that one. I don't know.
See, I like Nas Reed. I also feel like who's McDaniels.
Yeah,
I don't know. I feel like they have a little bit now. I think San Antonio has a little bit more offense. Their supporting cast is more offense, but I feel
okay.
when it comes
I
down
mean,
to that defense is what I think is gonna put Minnesota over the hump, or at least I hope.
so let me ask you this, man, because I called crazy comments. I called you don't know what you're talking about. People was trying to
Hmm.
tell me I can't even hoop. I
Hmm.
think the X factor in this series, outside of the main guys, outside of Wemby, outside of Ant, this series comes down to Rudy Gobert, honestly. Like we
Hmm.
saw last series how Rudy affected Jokic. Wemby's not he doesn't play well with size. But Wemby's 7'4". He's the biggest guy in the league. But Gobert is 7'1". Gobert is, he's right there with him. He can match him with length, he can match him with width. He can defend him in ways that Wemby is not comfortable with. And you can see that outside of this last game or the last game when he played, he hasn't been very efficient. He's playing amazing defense. That's going to happen, but on the offensive side, he's bothered by Gobert. Like I think if he can contain Wemby, if he can kind of disrupt everything they have going on, and they can't run the offense through Wemby successfully, that'd be the key for the Wolves winning.
And you are right. And what people forget is Gobert has known Wemby since he was 12. They're
On
from
the
the
same
same
way.
country.
Mm-hmm.
Played. One was on the junior national team, the other was on the national team. They practiced against each other 6, 7, 8 years.
Yeah.
So if there's anybody who, as a big, who knows Wemby's tendencies, it's gonna be Rudy. People forget that they grew up together. He's known him, so he knows his tendencies, some of his weaknesses, what he struggles with. So yes, Rudy is the perfect person to give him fits because he's like, I know you.
Yeah, I taught you that. You
Yeah,
might do
I'm
that.
not
You
going
might
for
do that
them
move
tricks.
better than me, but I taught you that move.
Yes, yeah. And also Rudy does make Wemby have to guard a little bit on them pick and rolls on Rudy attacking the offensive
Mhm.
glass. He does make Victor, and let's be real, Victor's a little brittle himself. Victor's, real thin.
He's
So he's
he's still
always
a
on the
kid.
floor. So you could tell, but I'm with you. If there's one big in the league that has given him fits, it's obviously his countryman who's known him since he was a teenager.
Yeah.
So that's a good take.
So before we move on to that next game, what's your final take for that series? You going Wolves or you going Spurs?
I'm going Wolves in 7 at San Antonio. Um, and it's gonna come down. I think Ant's gonna have a great game, but I honestly think Nas Reed is going. I got him for about 4 or 5 threes that game.
See that? He got to have
I
a big
got
game day
Nas
one.
Reed being an X factor in that series.
Okay,
Game
well, hey,
seven.
y'all
In
heard it
game
here
seven.
first, man. Game 7, big
Yep.
game, guys.
Big game nines. Yep.
Well, moving on to probably who they be playing next, the OKC Thunder. Man, I gotta start this off first by saying if tonight is the last game we see LeBron James play, best career I ever saw in my life, man. But what you think? Is this the end of the Lakers tonight, man?
Oh, it's definitely the end of the Lakers tonight. Definitely the end of
Nope,
the
nope,
Lakers.
nope.
I mean, nah, just too much is still put on LeBron's shoulders. Austin Reeves coming, he was out for a long period of time trying to find the flow. He's another guy like I was saying of a Derek White, where now you're on the scouting report. It's a lot
Yeah.
tougher for him to get his 2025 than it was 2 or 3 years ago. It's tough.
Especially being the
Um,
one now with no Luca. Like you gotta be
yes, you
you
are
you're
right
not
there. Yeah. And let's be real, the Lakers have no supporting cast. You don't know what the hell you're gonna get out of Aiton. You don't know if you're gonna get 2 points or you're gonna get 18.
yeah,
Jared Vanderbilt, you know he's gonna play solid D, but that nigga can't shoot for shit.
yeah,
And then everybody else around, you don't know. Game Vincent, he'll come in, or even Luke Kennard. He'll have one good game. Next game, he gonna shoot 2 for 15.
Luke is disappointing me, man. I thought Luke had a coming out party against Houston.
Yeah.
We saw it fade
Yup.
off towards the end, but I thought
hmm
Luke would be the X factor for this series. But man, I don't see a way. Like I said, Bron is my goat, and I don't see a way he pulls this out, man.
Even if he scored 40, I just don't see it because there's one thing OKC can do is play defense.
Yeah,
They
I'll give
got
it.
guys who play D. They don't care about scoring their points. Okay, cool. But man, it's D. And I think that's what makes it hard for Reeves, Kennard, even Aiton is 1 through 5, no matter who's in the game, plays defense.
Yeah, they're physical.
1 through 5. And they're even losing, arguably their second best player, Williams, not being able to play. And that's another good defender. It's just, I don't see no way of them being able to, even at home. I
Man,
mean,
I'll give. Oh, go ahead. I'm bad.
oh no, I was just gonna say. I mean, you look at Game 3. Even the crowd had no energy. Start of the game, and I understand it's LA. People show up late and shit. But even Lakers were in the game. For her first half, it still was almost like okay, we're just waiting though.
Yeah, that halftime come out is coming for
Yep.
OKC. It's not going to
Yep.
last long.
Mm,
Man, I thought they figured something out. I thought that first game when SGA wasn't MVP SGA, I was like, oh, y'all lost, but y'all seen some. You know how to blitz the ball with him. You know how to kind of contain him. You know how to not fall for all the foul baiting. I thought they figured something out. And they still did. JJ Redick is coaching an amazing series. Figured a way to slow down. Because you can't
yeah.
stop it. But slow
Yeah.
SGA down. But it doesn't matter when AJ Mitchell's giving you 20. When McCain comes in and gives you a quick threes off the bench, Isaiah Joe is not missing a shot. They have so much depth, man. Like how do you stop a team that can literally go 12 deep in the playoffs?
They
How do
can.
you stop
They
that?
do. And you can't. And that's why I feel like no matter who they play against, the team goes 8, 9, 10, 12 deep. Every
Yeah,
guy comes in with that confidence. Mason Wallace come in confidence. Lou Dort confidence. We can name that's one team where we can pretty much name 10 guys on their team straight up.
yeah.
We can name 10 guys.
And they're all legit players. They're not any of the
And they
bench
all
guys. They're
legit.
not.
Yes.
They can get
Think about
burned
it.
any other
Yeah, they
team.
get burned. So a lot of these guys, all 5 of them guys come off the bench would start on pretty much 90% of every other NBA team.
Yeah, majority of the league, they'll have a starting spot, or at least worst case scenario, sixth man, seventh man. They'll be
Yeah.
getting so much more tick anywhere else than they are getting here.
Anywhere. And it's crazy. They all come in with that confidence. And
Yeah,
that starts with SGA because he's such a laid back person. He doesn't like all the limelight. He doesn't like all that. It's just his personality. But he lets everybody else shine. And
yeah,
that's their culture there too. We've seen that over the last couple of years with their post game interviews and all that. Everything's about team, team, team.
yeah. It's a nice
That's why
college
I feel
vibe.
like, yeah, they're so tough to beat is because it doesn't matter who who shines. It's all team, team, team for them. Um, but yeah, the Lakers honestly have no chance. None. That team is just riding high, and yeah, that series is over.
So look, we don't gotta go too much into it because it'd be definitely a topic in another episode. When the time comes, just without saying too much. What's next with LeBron, man? Is it LA next year? Is he hang him up? Is he going home to Cleveland? What you think?
I honestly think next year is his last year, and he's going to stay in LA. Reason why is because he's already started building his, I don't know if you want to call it dream home there in LA. He demolished, I guess they demolished their older one land and then started to build, from what I understand.
Yeah,
Daughter's already started to establish. She's coming into her own, older. I think she's same age as my daughter. I think she's 12. So I think he'll retire and stay in LA. But I do think next year is his last. I just think this year is the first time we actually saw him not be what he's been the last 22 years.
I mean, but
You
we
know,
still, I think we
we
saw it a little
see it
bit.
stat wise,
Mhm.
but when it comes to just the fatigue on his body, the you could just see.
Yeah,
You
he's
know what I'm
tired.
saying? The toll. The
He's
toll. Yeah,
tired.
he's tired. And this year they did an interview and he was actually talking about Savannah, his wife, a lot, how much she sacrificed and how much they missed out. And that was the first time he really has said something where, it's like two of my kids are out the house. I got one young one. All this time has passed, she's been with me since we was in high school. I I owe it to her to be home. It's almost like that Tom Brady thing.
Yeah,
Like, damn, they're both in their 40s. It's like all this time has passed. And really, they haven't even really been together,
yeah.
So it's like, bring your ass home and sit down, you know. So I'm thinking, honestly, because I never heard him talk like that. So for him to say that, I think it's like that one more year.
Okay, I can see
That's
that.
my opinion.
I'm not mad at it, man. I'm not ready to say bye yet. So one more year with
Me
Brian,
neither.
I'll take that.
Me neither. That's a sad day.
So one more game for the night. We have the Cavaliers and the Pistons. Of course, Pistons came back 3-1 against the Magic in the first round. People wrote them out. They look like the number one seed again. They're playing great, playing good basketball. Let me give him his credit because I tweeted this man so many times. He was trash. He was a bum. I hated him. Tobias Harris is playing the best ball of his life. So shout out to you,
He
Tobias.
sure is. He
What's your
sure
who you got
is.
tonight, man? Detroit or Cleveland?
I got Cleveland.
Okay, why is that?
I have Cleveland. I feel like Detroit is a great defensive team, and Tobias is playing out of his mind. They're a great defensive team, but they're not a good offensive team.
True.
Outside of Cade, I don't feel like Tobias is going to be able to withstand this. I think as well, they're like, okay, when it comes to Cleveland, like, okay, we're
Yeah.
going to make a change. Because really, if Tobias wasn't playing how he was playing, this series would definitely be totally different.
Yeah, because Duran
Cade's going to get heated.
disappeared. It's just Cade.
Yeah, it's just Cade. But James Harden needs to play like he did last game. Don't be James Harden. You've been your whole career in the playoffs.
Yeah.
You have to. But also Evan Mobley's going to have to step up. Everybody's going to have to step up. But I am in my heart feel like I got Cleveland tonight.
Man, truly, everybody step up would be great. I want everybody to get out the damn way. Give that ball to Donovan Mitchell. Give that ball to Donovan Mitchell, man, and let him rock out, man.
Yeah,
We have
yeah.
seen he is such a playoff riser. And then
Mm-hmm.
not to talk bad on an amazing all time, my personal fourth best shooting guard. And not talk bad about James Harden, but man, you can't be on the ball that much. I'm not sure what you offer the ball, unfortunately, but you just get out the way, man. Evan
Mm-hmm.
Mobley, get out the way.
Yep.
Jared Allen, you just don't touch the ball. You just grab rebounds and grab lobs.
Yep.
Let that man Donovan Mitchell cook, man. He had his
Let
best
him do
game of
his
the
thing.
series last night. Last night, the other game. Of course, Harden brought it home for him in the fourth quarter. Last couple of minutes, Harden brought it home. And that should be kind of the strategy. I think you let
Mm-hmm.
Donovan Mitchell work, let him go, do his thing the first 3 quarters. We know James Harden is a volume scorer. He doesn't need to get hot. He's a microwave, man. He sees the ball
Yep.
go in one time. The hoop is
It's a
wide
wrap.
open. The hoop is the ocean.
Mhm.
I think you let him
Yep.
save energy, let him, get rebounds, kind of set people up and pick rolls if they want to give a couple touches to the bigs. But I think just keep the success, let that first 3 quarters, let Donovan Mitchell do his thing, and then, move on to the others after that. But I think Detroit wins tonight. I think Detroit actually wins 4-1. I don't think, I think Detroit wins. I think they win in 6. I think they win 4-2. I don't see much coming out of Cleveland, man.
Yeah. No, you're right. It's tough matchups, with Jared Allen. I'm sorry, we don't, him and Mobley together is great for regular season. In the playoffs. No. And especially when you got Harden. You're right. It's too much of this. Because Mobley can stretch out and hit the jumper. So honestly, if I'm Cleveland, I'm not playing Mobley in the fourth or Jared Allen in the fourth like that. I'm putting Mobley at the 5, letting him guard Duran, and put all guards.
But my thing with that is that sounds great. But bro, Mobley weighs much as I weigh. That man,
you ain't never lied, but I mean, I'd rather have some. You right, but Duran only 6'9".
I'm worried about KD coming downhill.
Evan can get up.
Hey.
Man, bro, Jared Allen gonna get banged on too. When it come to KD, he gonna get banged on too. First off, my man need to get a new hairstyle too. I'm tired of seeing him. He look like one of them old homeless niggas, man.
The pro gotta
do
go.
Something. Gotta go, bro. Look like he homeless, man. I'm tired of that, man. This ain't Texas. Yeah. So, but that's what I would do, because you're right though. You got to create space for Donovan though. That's when he works the best, and he's a good passer too.
True.
So if you sag off, if you want to double him, boom, boom, But I think that's going to be another one. I do have Cleveland winning that, though.
Okay. Do you think Cleveland wins the series or just this game?
Oh, no, just this game. Yeah, I got Detroit winning the series, yeah.
Okay. So your prediction would be Knicks and Detroit in the ECF?
Yep.
Where you going that way? Are you going?
Dang.
That felt you back in the 80s. That sound like an old finals matchup.
That is the old finals, bro. I'm going with Detroit. Detroit is 6.
Okay.
I don't trust when it comes to still. There's so much from years past when Thibodeau was there, the wear and tear on and Josh Hart, and they always have bad luck. Somebody gets hurt on the Knicks. OG already got hurt.
Yeah.
Something is going to happen. I just don't trust. Just something about that organization. I mean, they ain't won a championship since 73. Shit.
Yeah.
They've been there once since then. And so it's like, but I got Detroit in 6 in that series. And they got home court. Yeah.
So I'm leaning the same exact way. I would go Detroit over the Knicks simply because it's my philosophy. And when I look hypocritical because you guys know I'm a Philly fan. I'm a huge AI fan. But small guards don't win championships. Outside of Steph, and Steph is an anomaly. Steph is we can't listen. Take him out the conversation.
Yeah.
Small guards don't win championships. So like I love Jalen Brunson's game. He's a Villanova boy. I think he plays amazing. He's amazing scorer. He's a great facilitator. He's shooting the ball way better now than he ever did before. But you cannot win a ring with a small guard. I just don't see it. I don't see it happening. I don't see the possibility of it. I think going up against Detroit, they have the size to kind of combat them. If they make it to the West, to the finals, OKC has the size to defend them. San Antonio has the size to defend them.
Yeah.
Detroit, not Detroit. Minnesota has the size to defend them. I don't see any possibility for Brunson to lead the team to win this finals ring. So we'll see, man.
I don't see, and their second best player, Cat. All those teams you said that they could possibly play, Cat. I don't think he's ready. He too soft for me. He don't want to see none of it.
I'll give Cat. I get him and Embiid because they little beat. They don't like each other. They as men they don't respect each other. Like you call them out his name, call them all types of stuff. Yeah. Cross some lines you don't cross. So I get it. You were motivated that series, but next series, that motivation goes away when you're playing against Dern or Mobley or Jared
Yeah.
Allen, a
Yep.
guy you don't got no beef with, you don't got no smoke with,
Mm-hmm.
you're not sticking your chest out.
Facts. Yep.
Is he gonna tuck his tail again? Is he gonna be
Is
this
he gonna?
same, this same
Mm-hmm.
aggressive cat now, playing
Yeah.
the man that you don't hate? I don't think so.
I don't think so. Yeah, I'm with you. I'm with you. And then you gotta look at role players. McBride over here shooting, great. Is he gonna be able to do that next series? I don't think so.
Nah.
You're playing against a team, that Detroit team play D. And besides Brunson, there's nobody that can really create. And I'm with you. No small guard has ever led a team to a championship besides Steph. Ever.
Yeah.
So I
Steph,
just don't see it happening.
that's a whole other story, man.
Yeah, yeah. So I just don't see it. We
Okay.
don't have
And
enough
then
supporting cast.
going out west, who you got making it out? Are you going OKC? You going to defending champs? We going Wemby? How you feeling?
I still got OKC coming out.
Okay,
I
okay,
got
okay.
OK. Ant was so exhausted yesterday and so much on him, and he's not complaining about his injury, nothing. But that obviously lingers. Ant's a
Yeah.
competitor, so he ain't gonna rest for shit. He's like, no, this is the playoffs. Suck it up. OKC, just like we said, they too deep. Everybody still looks fresh watching OKC play. Why? Because yeah, everybody's averaging between 25 and 32 minutes a game.
They don't got to go
They all
long.
look
They're not playing guys
yeah,
40 minutes. They're not
yeah,
playing.
yeah. They all look fresh. So, and the fact that you gotten two series that you were able to close out quick,
Yeah, you're resting.
resting, resting. So, as much as I don't want to, because I don't like OKC like that, I would love to see Minnesota or even San Antonio. I think OKC is going to get one of those two teams just because you got, in my opinion, it going seven.
Okay. Well,
So
hey,
that we're
just to wrap this up, man, I just want to know. They actually just won was it the 11th pick yesterday? The 11th pick or the 10th pick in the lottery. So they're getting another young guy coming in. They're getting another great draft pick. Of course, they have some capital to move around and make trades as needed. Are we seeing the next dynasty being created in the OKC? What's your thoughts on that?
as long as they keep everybody shine, everybody plays the role. Yeah, because they have the makings of what Golden State had before KD got there. If you want to say, they got the
Yeah,
makings with obviously SGA being like a Steph Curry, superstar MVP. Obviously, you can put Chet in there. He's obviously an all star, and then we're all obviously forgetting Jaden Williams.
he's not playing.
Being
The
out.
second best player is
People
not
forget.
playing.
People forget he's not playing. He's an all-star, second
Yeah,
best player on their team, and he's not playing.
it's crazy.
That's
They
crazy.
look this good.
This good without the second best player, that shit's crazy.
And
And
let's
it's
just say,
like,
they beat LA. I hope they don't, but say they beat LA today. And then, Minnesota, and like we said, Minnesota, they're still
yeah,
going. San Antonio,
it,
that might be a 7-6 game series. So they're going to
yeah,
have even more rest to rest their guys.
yes.
I don't see how you beat that with time on their side.
Time is on their side. You got a guy who came out of high school, great in college, and Jared McCain, great fit there. They let him just be him. So
I'm
you
still
add
sad
in
about
him.
that.
And so it's like, and then they get this pick, and then they got to thank your boy PG for that. And it's like, I could bring in somebody else who just, what do we need? And
Yeah,
really, they don't need nothing because I was going, you still got Hartenstein, I mean, they got everything except just some guy who's just a corner boy who just sits in the corner and all they do is shoot threes.
and now Isaiah Joe can do that. He can do so
Yeah,
much
Isaiah
more.
Joe can do that.
Isaiah Joe is a sniper, man.
Yeah. So it's like you think like, damn, this team got everything. Anything you need in a basketball team, they got. And they got multiple of that. So
If
I
you
see a dynasty coming.
if you were Sam Presti, do you go out and make a trade for somebody on the block right now? They say Giannis is available. If KD becomes available, you make no move. You stay
I
like
make
this.
no superstar moves because with superstars comes egos. With another superstar, are they going to buy in to what we have going on here? Which goes back to Shea saying it's never about me. I don't want it to be about me. It's about my teammates. It's all that, brother. It reminds me of like a small fraternity. It's basically like a college team,
Yeah, of course. Hey,
like
you
a
see
college team. So you bring in a guy like Giannis who's older, and Embiid or whoever that's a superstar or an ex MVP. I feel like it wouldn't work. I feel only way it would was like when KD went to Golden State. Steph said,
it.
I'm dropping back," or like D Wade did when Braun went to Miami.
Yeah.
I'm dropping back.
Okay.
But Shea's in his prime. That'd be stupid for Presti. Shea's not even 30 yet.
So
Like that's crazy.
you see no need for nothing. Let them just
Nope.
let these
If
young
it
boys
ain't
just
broke,
run.
only reason why Miami went and got Braun is because they weren't doing well. You
Yeah,
know,
Wade was getting old. They weren't going as far as they needed to go.
facts. Only reason why Golden State got KD the year before they blew that lead.
My boy gave him the belt. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
gave him the business. So right now, if it ain't broke, why? Until someone can beat them, then you go out. But until then, why? You actually got better because you got these guys coming off the bench with more confidence, and you got Jared McCain. So you got these
Dang.
guys now.
Dang.
For real, yeah, y'all fucked up. Y'all
Yeah.
fucked up with that.
He chose Grimes over him. That's crazy, man.
Yeah, y'all fucked up. So it's like you got the guys from last year with more confidence now. It's like, to me, sky's the limit for them. I could see them getting 3, as long as injuries don't happen. I could see them. But like you said, look what happens when Williams is out and they still killing. This shit crazy.
Do they go 4-4-4-4? 4-4. They go 4-4-4? Do they sweep the whole thing or what
No,
happens?
I feel like they'll lose one. They'll lose one.
Okay.
I feel like even in the Western Conference, they have a chance to lose one because you got to remember, San Antonio, really, they ain't got nothing else to cheer for in San Antonio. That's the only professional sport. So, they going to cheer. And then in Minnesota, same thing. Twins ain't doing hot. You got the hockey team. So
Yeah.
everybody going to be like, yeah. So I see them losing one on the road. But
Okay.
I definitely see them sweeping the Knicks if they play the Knicks.
Okay. Well, hey, against the ball for about an hour, man. Make sure you guys tell us what you think is going to happen. I'd love to hear everybody's comments. Leave some topics for the next video. Aaron, glad to be
Sir.
back, man. Glad to see you. Glad to talk
Glad to
basketball
be
with
back,
you.
family. You
Yes,
already
sir.
know I'm going to be chopping it up.
Hey, thank you guys for tuning in to Fourth Quarter Sports. That's all for tonight, man. Peace.
Thank y'all. Peace.